everybody, and welcome to your Indie Snapshot for today. Today, we're taking a look at a game that I was convinced was going to be god-awful, and that is Sword of the Stars: The Pit. If you played any of the first two Sword of the Stars, you know that they are like 4X strategy type games, but they were very broken upon release. The Pit, on the other hand, is something very different. It is a roguelike. It's basically sci-fi Dungeons of Dreadmore. It's a much longer type of roguelike, not like Teleglitch, not like Binding of Isaac. It's a more long form, I like to call it, where you're taking your time, you're going through levels, you're collecting loot, you're learning as you go, you're learning recipes. It's very, very time consuming in that manner, but runs usually don't last longer than like an hour and a half to 2 hours. The Pit, I fully expected to be bad. I did not expect it to be that good. It's been on Good Old Games for a while and just came out on Steam at a 10% off initial release price of $8.99 and $9.99 at full price. We're going to go into the game right away. We're going to talk about it as we play. I'm going to tell you why I'm actually relatively impressed with the game. So right when you start up, hit New Game. Yes, we're going to raise the game I had there, and you can choose between your difficulty: normal, easy, normal, hard, and insane. I'll be sticking with normal. And then you can choose your class. You have 3 classes to choose from: Scout, Engineer, and Marine, all of which have their own basic set of equipment and different skills. So like the Marine has assault weapons, like a certain number of skills, rifle, blade, heavy weapons, all of which have certain skill points in them. And this is a very heavy RPG aspect that the game presents to you, because as you level, you need to spend your points and make yourself better at certain things. This is base stats, so very much like a typical RPG, you have your stats and your skills. He has a might of 70, a finesse of 45, and a brains of 40, and these are his skills. But if we go over, say, to the Engineer, you can see he has a brains of 75, a finesse of 55, and a might of 35, and he's more of a hacker and can deal with electronics and computers and stuff better. On the other hand, the Scout is kind of a middling. She's a quick person, all of which she's okay with a rifle. She has some melee skills, biotech skills, which is good for when you do modifications. She can decipher things. She's good at like lock picking and some mechanical stuff. Overall, a very, very middling class. I usually stick with the Engineer or the Marine. For easy sake and for combat sake, I'm going to actually go with the Marine for this particular playthrough. And all of them start with a different inventory as well. We'll go into that later. So what we're going to start is, as I said, very similar to Dungeons of Dreadmore. You are going from dungeon to dungeon, and from there you are going to be going through the levels, killing monsters, looting, and going to the next level, and gaining all the experience you can possibly get. So if you hit I, we're going to pop up in our inventory here, and we can see immediately what we have in our inventory as this Marine. We have a blade, we have a pistol, all of which do certain amounts of damage. We have ammo, rifle, grenades, more rifle rounds. We have some food rations, a med patch, some armor that we're wearing right now. Crappy armor, but it's still armor. Breaching charge, device meant to break down, so you can break down locked doors with this if you can't hack through it, and a med kit, of which has 5 uses. Another thing to note is on the bottom left, we have our health bar and the blue bar. The blue bar is our food bar. The further we go, the hungrier we're going to get, and you're going to need to eat some of your food in order to make sure you're not hungry. This is also like, you can look at your messages that you've gotten, recipes, of which we only know 1 because I haven't discovered anything else. And it's very Dungeons of Dreadmore in the fact that you need to kind of figure recipes out by yourself. One of the things to note, though, hitting C opens up your character sheet, by the way, is there's a thing called Decipher, and this will allow you to figure out recipes. Sometimes there'll be notes you can get, and unless you have a certain Decipher skill, you can't read it. Very much like magical spells and stuff in the Dungeons of Dreadmore. And that's that. So if we hit Tab, we can switch our weapons, and we're going to switch over to the blade. And we're going to stick with the blade for a little bit, and we can hit cancel for a second. We're going to fight this little monster. And we get 2 moves before they move, and I think that has something to do with our speed. So if I hit F, I will automatically attack. And there we go. And I can hit G and pick up whatever they drop. So they drop bone slivers. In order to interact with something like this rot pile, hit space, and then it tells you I have a foraging skill of 10, so I have a 56% chance of finding something. If not, I just won't find anything. And this is one of those games that you absolutely should go through everything, even if it's not necessarily going to do anything for you, for the experience, because everything you do is going to give your experience, so it's usually it's worth the risk. So we picked up a food pellet. Let's take a look. Some of the things you can find, like I said, the bones that we found, the bone slivers, you can't really do anything with. You can't equip them. Thin but strong shards of animal, meaning they're going to be used for crafting. Another big part of this game is crafting. Much like figuring out recipes for food, you need to figure out recipes for useful items. So we're going to swing up here to this rat, and we're just going to hit F. Now, the game does a very, very good job at just predicting as to what enemy you're trying to figure out you're trying to hit, and it will automatically attack that one. And there's a rat behind us, so we walked into that, but luckily they don't do much damage at all. And we're going to let this bat kind of come to us, doing 0.4 damage. And one of the things I really like about this game, it's actually very straightforward. It actually doesn't try to do anything new. What it tries to do is create a very solid game, a very solid roguelike that doesn't do, like I said, doesn't do anything new, but what it does exceptionally well. So, you know, all these things, lots of things to interact with, lots of things can go wrong. Combat is great, it's smooth, it's turn-based, obviously. We're going to just slice at him. And we leveled up, so we're going to hit level up here. And we have stat points we can spend here. We have 3 stat points. What do we want to spend it on? Might, finesse, and brains. Finesse is going to be good for aiming, so I'm going to crack that up. And might is good for... it looks like when you up your might, you're going to get a little bit more health, it looks like. And your food, you can eat less before you go hungry. So we're going to try to kill this rat before he gets to us. Nothing there. Alright, 3 actually surrounded us, so that's good. That's a lot of experience right there. And it looks like 99% chance to just pry this thing open. That's because our might is probably so high. And what are we going to get? Shotgun shells. Good for when we get a shotgun, but we don't have a shotgun yet. Something we're going to want to keep an eye out for. As I've played, the more I realize the earlier you in the level, the less you want to use your guns, because ammo is kind of sparse, and there's a lot of other enemies that you're going to want to be using that ammo on. Particularly ones that get like 5 attacks on you and can poison you and disease you. And whoop. As you can see, by the way, something else I want to point out after we kill this is it takes a certain number of turns to go through something. So like that rot pile, I believe, is like 4 turns. And in those turns, monsters can find you and attack you in a turn-based fashion, obviously. So as you can see here, when we do this, we'll go through 1, 2, 3, 4 turns and before it's used. And this is actually, this right here is the next level. And there's a monster nearby, so we can kill him off. Easy enough. And like I said, it's a very atypical roguelike. I actually really like how it plays. It actually feels really good. My biggest complaint on this, and I feel like it's going to be a lot of people's biggest complaint, and the thing that turned me off from it initially I thought, oh god, this is not going to be well produced, the art style. I don't know what it is. It feels amateur, I think is the word. It's too simple. It's way too simple. I think they could have made things look way more interesting. Take Dungeons & Dreadmore, for example. Dungeons & Dreadmore was exceptionally basic, but its art style was cartoony at the very least. I'm not saying it was good, but it was definitely, it had a distinct art style. Things looked a lot more defined. This particular Sword of the Stars, the Pit, looks extremely simple. Its color palette doesn't do anything to wow me. The art style doesn't do anything to wow me. Nothing looks phenomenally unique. And it's just one of those things that I just kind of wish they did a little bit more with. The other thing you're going to notice me doing right now is actually running around and just making sure I got everything done. We're going to make sure we look at everything. And now we're going to go down to the second floor. And I've come to the second floor before where there's tons of monsters, so I lucked out. And one of the things I do like that it does, on the other hand, is switches up the levels as you go down. The deeper you go down, the more you run into. Doors typically also have traps on them. Oh, this robot. He gets a turn. I'm going to hit him, he's going to hit us, but we're going to be able to kill him off, luckily. Sometimes they drop something, but no. Still, these robots are not worth actually wasting any ammo on. Ow. Hopefully he just, nope, he's just going to keep missing. Lots of experience from that, though. Locked. So this is locked, but I hear some stuff, snakes. I don't know what the hell those things are. Come on. Maybe he just didn't see me, but now he's dead. Alright, so we're going to try and open this lock. So we have a lockpick skill of 10, 46% chance to popping this sucker open. Let's hope it works. It worked, so we gained some experience. And I always try to unlock doors no matter what, just because the experience it provides is great. So like, and one of the things I really like is there's lots of things to interact with in this game. This is a mechanical locker. It's damaged. We had a 59% chance of prying it open. If we pry it open, it'll be great. And we do. We actually pick something up. You acquired a key to this floor. Now you can open most locked doors. Now that... interesting. I don't necessarily like that because it's going to sap me of experience. One of those things that I prefer to not do. And this might... yep. Alright, that's what I thought. So we ran through a trap. See, it was blue. It means there was a trap on there. The trap decreases my speed by 50% for 30 seconds. Which, a second is every time you move is a turn is a second. So... there we go. We can pop this open. So like I said, the art style is really simple, but it does a great job with its turn. It's turn-based, very simple, very straightforward roguelike. Just being and doing what it does very, very well. It doesn't do anything wrong. The combat's nice and smooth. The inventory is actually nice and large. I really like that about this game, that it does a decent job giving you a nice big inventory. The sense of humor is decent. They're very self-aware, which I like for games like this. Very Dungeons & Dreadmore in that respect, that it's very self-aware of itself. Try to pop this open. We did not have a very good chance of popping that open, but we got something. What do we got? A coding avatar. So let's see what that does. I don't think I've ever gotten these before. This AI personality is dedicated to doing large and complex coding tasks within moments in order to aid the user. In order to activate, right-click and equip. It runs off a small permanent energizer and never requires recharging. Well, that's really good. So we can equip that, and now we have something to use. A nice little item that'll help us basically hack through computers much easier and never needs a recharge, which is really nice. Some items you get, this is a 1% chance, we're going to give it a shot. Some items, for instance, require a certain amount of uses before you need to find a recharge station. I figured that was going to happen. A recharge station before you can use it again and recharge it. And recharge stations always require you to hack into it and make sure it's useful. So as you can see, one of the things that's really useful in this game is having a high engineering skill or computer use skill. Something the engineer comes equipped with immediately. Whoa. There's alien. Ow. He does a lot of damage. Let's see if we can kill him off. Wow. There we go. We killed him off. The story, by the way, is kind of forgettable. We're on some alien base. I'm not quite sure what exactly it is we're doing. But we're here. And we're choking now. And I don't know why we're choking, but we're all set. I heard a monster, but I don't know where it went. So we're going to see if we can pop open this. Nice and easy. We can pry it open. Anything that needs to be pried open, your marine is perfect for that. Oh, God. We got a bunch of food, which is awesome. We got safe cheese and rotten cheese, which I have never eaten rotten food yet. I've had never need to before. And nothing we can do with that ruined locker. So we're moving. And when we get stopped like that, it means there's a monster nearby because it's turn-based. Whoa. So what we're going to do is we're going to back the hell out. We're going to switch to our rifle. And we're going to show off some rifle play here. So here's how the rifle works. The rifle's pretty cool in that you can target multiple characters at once by moving the arrows out, holding control, and hitting F. So if I want to target, for instance, him, I hold down control and hit F, 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 and I will hit all three of them at once. And then I will once again hit him twice because he looks dangerous. And I would miss him one time. And I would love to just kill him off. And there we go. We were able to, and we leveled up. So let's level up real quick. Let's crack our finesse up nice and easy. Let's make sure we crack that up as well. And our brains is probably useful. Let's give one to each stat. Though we do want to tend to focus, I feel. It'd be the best part. And we didn't spend our skills last time. Oh, I feel silly. So we're going to crank up our computer skill. I feel like our rifle skill and our pistol skill is going to be useful. And even, I would say Decipher, but I feel like Knife is going to be really useful this early on. So we can go back to our actual knife, our blade, and pick up, ow, slice him open. Bindings, I'm not sure what those are used for. Okay. So as you can see, like I was saying, I mean, there's not much more to say about the game outside of that. I don't like its art style. If you've played Dungeons & Dragons or any roguelike for that matter, any long-form roguelike as I call it, you know what you're getting into, and it does it very well. It does it very, very well. I've not run into any game crashing bugs. I've not run into anything that's just like unfair. It balances itself pretty decently, and the loot is pretty cool. I keep running into new loot, which I really like. It does what it does really well, and if you like these kinds of games, I don't see why you wouldn't like this game. It's really good. The only thing that I have a huge problem with is just the art. The art is really, really, really basic, and I have a huge problem. So for now, I think what I'm going to do is just play a little bit. So let's show you guys a good chunk. I'm not going to play a full run unless I die really early. Is that optics? Yeah, it was optics. And just let you guys and just talk about it. So we got a stasis pantry here. What we're going to want to do is break this down. We can use our coding avatar for that. As you can see, click on this. It's going to up our chance hugely, and since it doesn't need any recharge, I don't see why we wouldn't just keep using it. And we got something. Whoa, we got a Wuna sea cucumber, which I assume is going to be used for food. And, yep, we can eat that if we so choose, but we're not going to. And we can get out of here. So I feel like that's the whole floor. We could just get out of here at this point. And we are healing slightly over time. We might want to eat some cheese, but we don't need to yet. We're not starving or anything, not quite anyway. And we can just move to the next floor. And now we've got a bat to deal with immediately, so we can just slice him. Whoa, I have not seen these enemies yet. We're going to crack open a grenade. We'll show you how this works. So it hits like a certain large area. Actually, we don't want to do that. I don't want to waste a grenade. I'm going to use a machine gun on these guys, because that robot is actually scary. Yep, that's what I thought. Let's move. And we have gotten disease. These are the things that disease you. It's really obnoxious. And we were able to kill them. But now we have a disease level 2, which is going to do some damage to us over time, of course. Mechanical skill is lowered because of it, it looks like, but we still have an 83% chance of success, and it was worth it. Another thing that this game does is it provides something called biomods, and you don't know what they do until you kind of use it. Keep in mind, one of the things they tutorialize is the color code. Last time I got one, it was red, it did something bad. So we're going to equip this to our assault rifle, and it reduced our targeting accuracy by 10%. So these little biomods, these augmentations you can add, are not always good. They actually can be quite bad quite often. This thing is going to give us a big boost, about a 30% boost, but it's still going to be kind of low. What I really wish that they gave some basic animations for stuff like that. That would have been really, really cool. I can hear some monsters. There we go. We're going to switch over to our blade. We got to reload after, but that takes time. We can do that and just slice him open, hopefully. Oh, there's that robot. I knew he was coming. And we got him before he even did anything. Sometimes the AI is a little stupid. They could have hit me from there, but they don't. We're going to equip this real quick and reload it because it takes time. It takes about 2 turns to reload a rifle, 1 turn to reload a pistol. So make sure there's no enemies around when you want to reload because they can be very, very dangerous. Oh, God. Armor damaged. Oh, yeah, so that's another thing I want to talk about. Good thing it said that because blade damage too. Weapons and armor breaks in this game. Whoop, we want to get the hell out of here. We'll try to get out of here. Oh, God, he's going to hit. Oh, God, we're infected. Get out. Oh, my good Lord. And this is the type of thing that can get you screwed so easily. So, 1, 2, 3. And we got the robot out of there. 1, 2, 3. And we were able to kill him. And we could try and potentially kill all of them. We were able to kill 2 of them at the very least. We'll do that because we hit one of them once and we killed him. And the assault rifle is now damaged. We need to reload. We can reload here. We got a key. I'm not going to pick up that key because I want the experience. Good. Oh, God. What is he hitting? See, oh, is he hitting the body? Yeah, he's hitting a body that's already there, so I'm going to have to switch. So that's something I've never run into before. Interesting. So we're poisoned and disease. I wanted to get that thing in front of us, but we had to. Poison gland. I wonder if we can use that to create an antidote at some point. I'm sure we could. Let's crank this coding avatar on. Raise it by 30%. And we'll get through this last floor, and I think you guys seen a good amount. I mean, again, I wish I could say more about the game. Other than that, I'm pleasantly surprised. The game presents itself really well. It does a good job at... The tutorial's great. The gameplay is solid. It feels good. The roguelike elements are strong. It's not my kind of game. I prefer, like... I don't know. I like roguelikes a lot. But, I don't know. Something about, like, long-form roguelikes. Like, I wasn't a huge fan of Dungeons and Dreadmore. That wasn't my kind of game. So, this, in turn, isn't also my kind of game. But I like it more than Dungeons and Dreadmore. And hear me out. And the reason I like it is just because of the setting. I like sci-fi a lot more than I like fantasy when it comes to video games, for the most part. Oh, that was a speed decrease. That wasn't good. For the most part. I think the roguelike works really well in a sci-fi setting, and I'm actually really happy they did a sci-fi setting. It actually intrigues me to see more what Sword of the Stars is about, though I've heard it's bugged to all hell. On the other hand, the roguelike definitely, I don't know, maybe it's something about the guns. The guns really is something that does a lot for me. We got an alpha key. What that means is there's a door in here, so hopefully, that it has an alpha lock that will only unlock with an alpha key. And we were lucky enough to be able to pop that open, and maybe we can use it. Hopefully it'll hold some sort of treasures. Hopefully. We're able to kill him. He's got some raw meat, which is good. We're getting a little hungry now. Oh, that's a mine trap. So, something to note. There are definitely sometimes traps on the ground. We're going to try and disable it. And sometimes with a bad perception, I don't know if it's perception. And we took a lot of damage. Sometimes you just do that and you fuck up really bad and you don't do a good job disarming it at all. Something to note. Sometimes you just don't see it. Again, much like Dungeons & Dreadmore, it's all about your stats and your ability to see certain things. Let's pop this open. Let's do some more might. We'll do 2 might and another finesse. And we'll crack open... Let's see, traps. I think it's the trap skill that's going to allow you to see traps better. And we'll do rifle, and that'll be good. Alright, and there's no taking back your skill points. If you spend them, and that's just it. So we're back here. This is where we came from. Looking for an alpha door. Potentially the exit too, but just mostly an alpha door. Come on, rat. He's going to hit me. Oh, he missed both times. That's good. Oh, he got me that time. Got me. Alright, and we can check this. So again, a lot of stuff to search. This is very, very old school RPG in that fashion. So having a ton of fun with it in that respect. And yeah, so this, I mean, if this is your game, $10 I feel like is a very fair price for this game. I want to show off some of the crafting to show you how that works if we come across one. I would love to show you. It's basically a station that you use to craft things on, and you, again, without any recipes, then you don't know how to make certain things. You have to experiment. But one of the things I do like is there a monster following me? Is a bat. One of the things I do like though is that the recipes, once you learn them, carry on to all your subsequent characters from there on out. So you never are without a recipe. I think I see another door over there, so we're gonna check it out. And we damaged that locker to the point of unopening, not being able to open it, which is unfortunate. And what do we get? Rifle rounds, which is actually really, really good. What? Okay, that's a white one. I have never seen a white one before. So we'll hopefully be able to hit him. Oh, we got him. He was actually really easy. So we can reload. Did he have anything in here, or was it just him? Huh. So we have not found a place to spend this alpha key. I'm curious, maybe we can hold on to it. Well, we can obviously hold on to it to the next subsequent floors, so it's probably for like the next time we come across an alpha door. Well, we can always just hang on to it and hopefully make it of some use there. And let's see what's down here. I'm having, like I said, I actually said the last floor was going to be my last floor, but I'm actually having a lot of fun. I kind of want to keep going. Oh, that's something else good to note there, by the way. If we screw up in hacking something that is still in working condition, we have a chance to set off an alarm, which spawns more enemies, which means the enemies are going to be coming for us. They kind of know where we are, etc., etc. So keep that in mind when you're trying to hack things. It can be very dangerous to do so. Oh, we did it. Excellent. Yeah, they're all coming for us at this point. So we'll hopefully be able to kill them off. Again, these things aren't doing huge amounts of damage, and me leveling up my might is actually really good for that, in that respect, because it's giving me more health to deal with these things. That's a red trap. I'm going to try to avoid it. Some traps do some good things. They actually can boost your speed and stuff. But I try to avoid them. If I see them, I kind of can be, as you all know, I can be kind of oblivious when it comes to playing games. And I walk through traps more often than I'd like to actually admit. And let's see if we can potentially check out a little bit more. I want to see if I can find something crafting to show you guys how the crafting actually works. I can hear him. There he is. He's locked. We could pop this open. And, no. And usually you have a good 3 chances before it'll just not open up anymore. But I do want to keep trying until I pop it open, because, I mean, even though we have other doorways to head in, again, it's all about the experience gain. It's all about getting more experience and being able to open more things, even just getting that slight niggling of experience to help you along your way. See if we can bypass this retina lock here. Potentially, we set off an alarm. And a Hiver multi-tool. We'll take a look at what that does. A highly adaptive tool that can aid in a variety of electronic and mechanical tasks. Using it drains power, so it will eventually need to be recharged. We can equip it, though, can't we? No, it does not look like we can. But it has 4 charges before we have to actually recharge it. The alarm is no longer going off. One of the great things, though, is if you go through this level and just kill everything, there's going to be nothing to chase you down. So, that's always useful. Whoop. And there we go. There we go. And there's a big mama rat with some delicious rat nips. A little backstab action. Okay, we're going to get out of there just because it does a lot of damage. We'll go to our pistol here and be able to hopefully kill off a couple of rats. Our accuracy is apparently really bad. It does 2 shots per, which is, I think we can, I don't know if we can actually change. But we're going to go through the pistol here because it's going to just be more useful to us and just clearing out in a more efficient manner. The closer you are, obviously, you're at the better your accuracy. So you want to try and remain relatively close. Alright, let's go down. I wish I didn't have to use so much ammo. Oh my god, we just ran into like a rat nest, I think. I think that is a rat nest over there. They exist. And he just kind of did that. Okay, I missed somehow. Reload. I'm going to go through all my pistol rounds, but I love my pistol. It's so good. One of the things I love to get biomods on pretty early in the game. I know I didn't for the sake of just showing you how the biomods work, but... Oh, God. I'm going to take a shot here, but... Oh, they didn't even attack me. We got one. He's some fresh meat, and he poisoned us, unfortunately. Alright. So we can pick up a bunch of stuff here. And we're probably going to have to eat some meat or some food here at this point. And just to keep ourselves, you know, not necessarily starving anymore. Poison reduced to level 1. So level 1 poison. It's doing 1 damage per turn, obviously, which is kind of annoying. But the poison has been cured. And we forged Skull upgraded or something. Our forging skill upgraded. I was very confused. I'm like, why did a skull get upgraded? Oh, this is a med bay. This is one of those things like, well, do we actually care? Are we hurt enough to really want to waste a lockpick set on it because it's only 5? And the answer would be no. Trap drains your health by what? Oh god, that was a health trap, not a med kit area. Oh lord. That is not good. Ah, please miss. Please hit. Okay. Get closer. That's good for me. Alright. I was hoping... what is this? Medical locker. Okay, so there was. What's our chance? 92% chance of cracking this thing open? Might as well. So we can use a med patch, which is a quick heal, I think, is exactly how it works. And we can slap that on, because we can do these patches. Instantly deliver healing agents that do not require medical skill use. Right-click to use them. Oh, by the way, that's another thing to use. To use this, you need a medical skill use, and you can fail. But luckily I have higher odds, and I can actually do it. Alright, well, that's a good look at Sword of the Stars of Pit. Again, a long-form roguelike that actually does a really good job at kind of doing what it sets out to do. It's actually really fun. Its art style has a little bit more to be desired, but it's really good, and the addictive nature of the game is actually right there. The randomly generated dungeons, etc., are well presented. Let's just reload here. And we can just eat this up. And I think this is... Oh, we haven't found the exit quite yet. Thought we found the exit. I wonder if we could find the exit here. If we could find the exit, that'd be great. But I definitely think it's worth the $10. Even the $9 if you don't have it yet. If you don't wanna, if you wanted to grab it this early, the $9 obviously it's well worth the $9. And I'd definitely say it's worth the $10. I remember trying it out during the demo, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this game, but I'm really glad I decided to grab it. I'll probably end up spending some more time with it, and having some good times with it, for sure. More time than I expected to. That's for damn sure. But when I just kept reading that the game was good, I was like, wait a minute, this is the game I expected to be horrible. I didn't expect much out of it at all. I should use the coding avatar there. Damn it. It doesn't need recharges. It can just be used. But I got some Tarka War Bread, which is, I guess, good. There we go. We'll use this time, because we're smart. And see this thing right here? This is a ruined cooker. This is what you use to do some crafting. And I really wish... Whoa! Trap blinds you for 30 rounds. Well, that's interesting. Ow! We gotta run, because we can't see anything. We literally cannot see anything. Okay. Come on. I think it's a robot, but I'd love to... Well, I'm gonna reload. We literally have to just run around for 30 rounds because we can't see anything. Ow. Come on. 1. Ow. Okay, there we go. Die, you little bastard. We can definitely, hopefully pick this. Nope, but we're going to kill him first, and then we're going to try again. God damn. Alright, I'd love to get out of this room. I don't want to set off an alarm, but if I have to, I frickin' will. Alright, let's see if we can get through here. There we go. Blue trap. Let's just go through it. 1, 2. Pop them. Hopefully we'll get him. Permanently disabled. Well, that's why I did it over there, because I saw the door. I was willing to just push it. And that's going to be it. Alright guys, well thank you so much for joining me in this Indie Snapshot. I hope this is something you guys are interested in. If you're a roguelike fan, again, it does what it does very well. I mean, the basics are all there. It's not a difficult game to get a hold of. It's just being able to manage yourself properly, whether food rations, health, ammo, etc. Again, well worth the $10 in my opinion. I highly suggest you check it out. You can get it on Steam, Good Old Games, even Green Man Gaming. I think there's a demo you can download from their website. So go check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.